I've got the weirds today, almost like the heebie-jeebies, where when you're just like thinking about things and it's just constant like cringe. You're having conversations you don't want to have, and you're seeing things that you don't want to see, and you're having to come to what the hell's on my eye? What's on my eye? Oh, it's a chip. I just had one chip, and somehow some of it got on my eye. Anyway, welcome back to Live with Roxy. It's Sunday. That's our AMA show, so ask me anything. But there's also some things that I would like to talk about as well. Okay. I want to talk about Twitter for a little bit. I want to talk about family and maybe some additional things as well. And whatever you guys want me to talk about, questions, comments, concerns on this AMA, which is Ask Me Anything. Send in those Streamlabs and Super Chats. As of yesterday, I finally was feeling better last night with the booster. Yo, this is not an excuse for anybody to not get the booster, but I do not do well with these vaxes. I was like fucking laid out. And I like developed this like swollen thing up here that really fucking hurts. Whatever. At least I'm fucking vaccinated. And at least I can now go home and have Thanksgiving with my family in peace. And I don't have to be stressed about getting my grandma sick. I mean, I still have to make sure I'm careful, wear masks and all that stuff, but I've done everything within my power to do all of the things within my power. So, okay. All right. Let's talk about Twitter and then get to some of your guys' stuff in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I wanted to go over this exchange that I had with somebody on Twitter who doesn't follow me, isn't a rock star, isn't a world friend, literally doesn't follow me on Twitter. I've never seen their handle pop up before, never seen this person ever before. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on some of this because I'm just feeling so fucking icky about it. And here is the exchange. I tweeted out a long thread very late at night. It was 1:30 in the morning on the 13th. So it was Thursday. It was Friday night, but really, I guess it was technically Saturday morning, about just how fucking weird it is. I was watching the new The Shrink Next Door, that new Paul Rudd, Will Ferrell, Catherine Hahn show. The show's very good. 3 episodes dropped. I'm liking it a lot. But it's been very strange for me to watch the discourse around identity politics recently, and how Jews continue to not be included in identity politics when we're an ethno-religious group, which means that it's more than a religion, it's ethnic identity. And so it is weird that in today's day and age, we have decided that, and partially rightfully so, that most people of most ethnicities should play that ethnicity in a movie if the ethnicity is being specified. So, for example, like, we're not fucking having white people play black people anymore, or white people play Asian people, and still sometimes we are, and we get it fucking wrong as Hollywood. But for the most part, that's a thing. And how Jews never seem to be a part of that conversation. And I consistently am watching all of the time non-Jews play Jews on my TV. And I'm not even sitting here saying that I think that no non-Jews should be able to play Jews, because it is different. It is different than a white person playing a black person. It's not this exact same thing. And one of those things we have deemed to be unacceptable, and the other we have not. And also they are different. They're not in the exact same camp. But it is weird for me that there are Jews in Hollywood, and consistently, I'm going to put this number at 90%, which I don't know if it's higher or lower, but it seems to be around that for me, that 90% of the time, again, that's a number I made up, but it seems like the vast majority of the time, Jewish roles, and very Jewish roles where they're going to Shiva, Jewish roles where they are talking about being Jewish, they are getting bar mitzvahed. Jewish roles go to non-Jews. And it is weird to me that Jews are not part of the conversation. They tend to not be part of any conversation because they get lost in a weird group of their own. When you are Jewish, oftentimes, and there are, of course, Jews that are not white, but oftentimes you experience extreme racism. However, you are white and Jewish, and so it's not the same as experiencing racism where there's a lot of other ethnicities where the second they walk in a room, you know exactly what they are, or at least you know they're not white. It's not the same always with being Jewish. And so it is a different ball game. And because of that, sometimes people don't know where to place Jews. And so they get left out of a lot of conversations. And there's less than 1% of us in the world. Less than 1% of the world is Jewish. So there's not enough Jews to amplify the voices of Jews. And so I tweeted something out that seemingly was pretty controversial. But this is what I said, and then I'll talk about the conversation I had after this. So I said, when it comes to speaking out about the Jewish community in Hollywood, Sarah Silverman is carrying us all on her back right now. But she's not alone in her thoughts. It's weird how people can claim that Jews run Hollywood, yet we still cast non-Jews in the vast majority of Jewish roles. So I want to pause on that because I'm going to get to the Sarah Silverman issue in a second, but continuing. As a reminder, Jews are an ethno-religious group, so not just a religion, but an ethnic identity. And as an actress and Jew, I feel actors should be able to play people different from themselves. But in this current climate, it's odd how rare it is that Jews play Jews, especially women, with the discourse around identity politics being so prevalent. I can't help but be bothered that Jews yet again aren't in the conversation. In case you didn't know what I'm talking about, here are some recent examples of non-Jews playing Jews. Rachel Brosnahan and Tony Shalhoub in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and those are roles in which it is extremely prevalent that they are Jewish, and neither of them are Jews. And both of these actors are unbelievably talented and nail these roles, but they are talking about the Jewish experience. They are acting Jewish, and they are not Jews. Catherine Hahn and Will Ferrell in The Shrink Next Door. Paul Rudd is Jewish in that, so one out of the big three is Jewish, but Will Ferrell and Catherine Hahn are not. And Will Ferrell in it is going through a bar mitzvah, the whole thing. He's having a Jewish experience. Also, by the way, with Catherine Hahn, not only is she Jewish in this, but she was a rabbi and Transparent. And we know that this isn't happening anymore, but she was cast as Joan Rivers, who is a very iconic Jewish woman. Felicity Jones as Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the basis of sex. Now, initially that role went to Natalie Portman. I don't know what happened there. And Natalie Portman is Jewish, but then it ended up going to Felicity Jones, and Felicity Jones is not Jewish. Wendy from the Goldbergs, very Jewish. Wendy, not Jewish. Ruby Rose as Batwoman. Now, that one, there was a lot of discourse around her not being gay enough to play gay, which was fucking insane because she identifies as queer. So but Batwoman's a Jewish character. Ruby Rose is not a Jewish person. The lead in Shiva Baby, Rachel, while the writer and the director are Jewish, the lead role in Shiva Baby and the vast majority of the cast are not Jewish. The only person in it that I could see that is Jewish actually was the one person playing a non-Jewish role. So that was kind of fucking bizarre. Even though I love that movie. Helen Mirren, who's just recently cast as Golda Meir, somebody who I didn't know that a lot of people who are not inside the Jewish community don't even know who that is. Rachel McAdams in Disobedience, playing opposite Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz being Jewish, Rachel McAdams not being Jewish. Gary Oldman as Herman Mankiewicz in Mank, another real Jew in real life, iconic Jew, played by a non-Jew, and not only played by a non-Jew, but Gary Oldman has a history of saying some incredibly anti-Semitic things, which he has apologized for, and we have moved forward from, but the irony in that is not lost on me. Even my favorite show, goes a little further back in the 90s, don't get it right all the time, but with Monica and Rachel on Friends, where neither of them are Jewish. So those are some of them on this list. All of those performances were great, by the way. Helen's pending. To be clear, this has much less to do with the actors accepting the roles and way more to do with the casting process entire system that causes Jewish roles to so rarely be offered to Jewish people. It's awkward as a Jew to watch people act Jewish. I'm grateful Hollywood has more Jews than other industries, considering we make up less than 1% of the world, but our voices aren't heard, and people are often overlooked. So the notion that we run Hollywood is absurd. I hope that people continue to write Jewish roles. I hope that actors get to have fun, explore, and play all types of different characters. And I also hope that we could be a part of the conversation and that Jews get cast as Jews more regularly. Thanks for listening or reading. So I do think that I'm not sitting here saying never should a non-Jew play a Jew. But the fact that there are we are lucky in Hollywood to have Jewish roles. There are Jewish roles, and that they so rarely go to Jewish people is off. And it should be a part of the conversation. And more Jews should be cast as Jews than non-Jews. And that's just not what's happening. So I tweeted this out, and some people agree, some people disagree. That's the point of a conversation, right? I don't tweet things just so everybody can agree with me. I tweet them because I want to get conversations started. Like I said, the whole purpose of this is so that Jews start to be a part of the conversation, a conversation that we are often very left out of. And in response to this one person responded to my entire thread. So the whole fucking thread. And the one person that responded to it on Twitter wrote back to me, big yikes, and then took a picture of Sarah Silverman in blackface, which we know 15 years ago, Sarah Silverman did a sketch on the Sarah Silverman show in blackface. And it says on it, I look like the beautiful Queen Latifah. That's what it says on the picture. So first things first, it's hard when, as a Jew, I feel like I'm bearing my soul out there. And this is the one response, this is the response to the entire thread. It feels very dismissive. It feels like I'm not being heard at all. And it feels like because Sarah Silverman dressed in blackface, nothing I just said in my whole thread matters or penetrates at all. I'm curious if this person even read the thread. Also, pausing on the rest of my conversation with this woman for a moment, I am so fucking grateful to Sarah Silverman. I am so fucking grateful to Sarah Silverman because Sarah Silverman is one of the most prominent Jewish voices in Hollywood. She speaks on the Jewish experience in a way that most even Jewish celebrities do not because they are scared. And she puts herself out there and says things. She doesn't always get it right, but she says things that a lot of things that Jewish people are thinking. Did Sarah Silverman do blackface for her show over a decade ago? Yes. Was it right then? No. Is it right now? No. Was she a grown-ass woman when she did it? Yes. Has she apologized a bajillion times? Yes. Does an apology mean that we should forgive her? That's an individual thing to decide. If somebody doesn't like Sarah Silverman because of her actions, that is 100% their prerogative to not like her. I feel as if, based on, and I can link to her big apology that she gave, where she invited on then Don Cheadle and what's the name, Jack, guy from 30 Rock, whatever, to do this thing on her show and talk about how she really was ignorant to what was going on and that she was an ignorant white liberal who really fucked up. Did I feel like she had done the work, put in the effort, and really grown as a person? I really do. I really genuinely do. If somebody else doesn't feel that way, that is more than their prerogative, especially if that person is Black. Their opinion means more on this matter than mine because I'm a Jew and she's a Jew, and I appreciate what she has done for the Jewish community. But if people don't like her because of the fact that she did blackface, you're allowed to not like somebody for their actions. That's a good reason to not like somebody. I feel as if she really has grown from that experience. She's apologized. And I believe that for me, I have moved forward with her because I genuinely believe that she is remorseful. She is regretful. She knows how fucked up it was. She would never do anything like that again. And she is not just saying she's sorry to say sorry. I truly believe, based on her words and based on her actions, that she has grown and she is better. And as a society, I'd like to think we allow people to do that. But I also 100% believe if you do not like her, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. So that's my stance on Sarah Silverman. While I can be super grateful for her and what she's done for the Jewish community, it is absolutely other people's prerogative to not like her. That's how I feel. So I wrote back to this person and said, yes, that wasn't great. It was also 15 years ago. I've certainly changed a lot in the last couple decades. Sarah seems to have also. To which the response from this girl, from this woman who wrote back to me was, so 15 years ago, blackface was still acceptable. She knew it was wrong. I don't give cookies to grown-ass adults who know shit was wrong, but still did it no matter how much time has passed. which it's starting to feel like I'm the enemy in this conversation. And I don't understand how that happened because she's putting words in my mouth that I would never say. She said, so 15 years ago, blackface was still acceptable, which is so not what I fucking said. And I feel like this kind of thing happens on Twitter all of the time, where it's like, you're not listening to me at all. And that's so not what I said. So I wrote back, I definitely didn't say it wasn't wrong. Wrong then, wrong now. I just said, I think people can grow and change, even adults. To which she wrote back to me, so are we forgiving Mel Gibson next or nah? And I sat there really fucking sad because this is why for years and years, Black people and Jews have needed to join forces and have yet not been able to do so in a way that's been constructive, because this shouldn't be a competition ever between who has been fucked harder, when I just want to support. I just want to support you, and I just want to feel supported by you. And why she would need to throw Mel Gibson in here, who had nothing to do with this, is beyond me. But I wrote back and I said, Mel Gibson wouldn't admit the Holocaust happened. How are you equating these two things? But yes, if someone, Mel Gibson included, puts in the work to be the best them, understands their wrongs, apologizes, and moves forward, I have respect for that. Would never tell you how to feel. That's just how I feel. And so I was frustrated by this, because then she wrote back to me and said, racism is racism in my book. I get you don't feel the same way because it wasn't directed at your people, and that's cool. But if we posted Louis Farrakhan sermons where he's being anti-Semitic, y'all would rightfully be upset, even though he's for Black liberation. He says hateful things, so I don't, because I respect others. I guess that's too much to ask from others. You be easy, though. She said, I respect others. I guess it's too much to ask for from others. So this started to make me feel so fucking bad, because first of all, I didn't even post a sermon from Sarah Silverman. These were my thoughts, and I was just thanking Sarah Silverman for also speaking on this. Second of all, to relate these two, when Farrakhan has said anti-Semitic rhetoric for fucking years and daily, and Sarah Silverman did one racist thing, and if you don't like her because of it, that is 100% your prerogative. But in life, for all of us, I would like to believe there's a difference between one day and every day of your life. I would like to believe that. For me, I feel differently about somebody who shows up like a Gary Oldman and says something anti-Semitic one time. I think he actually did it twice. And I thought that was fucking gross. But he's apologized. He said the steps that he's taken to learn and grow. And so I am moving forward, as opposed to somebody who says anti-Semitic shit constantly, because that's then who they are. So I don't think that this is the same thing at all. And it was frustrating. But I realized that she wasn't going to be able to listen to me. So I wrote back and said, I have a lot of things I want to say back to that, but I feel that you're not listening to me. So I will just say, I'm not sure at what point you felt disrespected by me. That's a bummer you feel that way. Take care. Because she had said, I don't, because I respect others, but I guess there's too much to ask for from others. Also, yeah. So then she said, you don't understand why I feel disrespected by Blackface? Okay, but speak your mind, hun. Say what you feel. At what point did I say that I don't understand why you feel disrespected by Blackface? I said, I don't know when you felt disrespected by me. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? So I wrote back and I said, again, that's absolutely not what I said. I'm sad I feel you don't hear me. I see your pain and it seems awful. Blackface is not okay. I have not done blackface. I don't support blackface. I'm neither disputing your feelings nor the facts. I wish you nothing but love. And then I just sat there and thought, like, this is the fucking problem with the internet. I don't understand how I became the enemy in that situation. I don't understand how, because I am appreciative of Sarah Silverman, which was not even the point of my fucking tweet, but somehow that was me saying that I support blackface, which I never have, never do, never will. And so I was just fucking annoyed at the internet today. And I had a lot of interactions like that. And then, like, on another one of my posts, I posted another. I've been really trying to speak for the Jews because there's so fucking few of us, or speak as a Jew. And so I also posted this group of anti-vaxxers in Kansas that are all have these Jewish, the Holocaust stars, those yellow felt Jewish stars, Star of David on their chest, because they're equating their experience to the Holocaust, how disgusting that is. And then everybody got in a fight on that tweet about whether people should or shouldn't get vaccinated. And I was like, well, I am sitting here telling everybody to get vaccinated, and I've been vaccinated, and I believe in vaccination and science. It's so not the point of my fucking tweet. The point of my tweet is that it's disgusting that to say that to be asked to get vaccinated because otherwise there are certain restrictions is the same as being gassed alive because of your ethno-religion. What the fuck? And it's so hard to, in a few amount of characters, get your point across to anybody. And these conversations are so lost because there is no nuance here. And like, there is no room for back and forth. And, you know, on my thing about my thread about Sarah Silverman, a lot of people were saying supportive things. Some people were saying not supportive things, but there was one person who very respectfully, as a Jew, was like, I actually disagree because I feel like non-Jews should be able to play Jews based on this, this, and this. And I was like, thank you for your thoughts, because you're allowed to fucking feel that way. And thank you for sharing that. That's the whole point. You're allowed to feel differently and respectfully disagree with somebody. But like this, it's just so, I love Twitter. It's my favorite of the platforms because I love having conversations. But sometimes when people are unwilling to like legitimately have a conversation and just want to throw stones, it's really fucking challenging. It's really fucking challenging. So yeah, that's where I'm at with all of these things. It's just been that was a frustrating, and it's like 2 a.m. I'm looking at these things and I'm like, ugh. And also, as Dave Chappelle says, just to quote another controversial person, Twitter isn't a real place, Rox. And I hear him when he says that, because then I remind myself, like, your family loves you. The rock stars, those are real. World girls, like, those are the people to talk to about this. Maybe Twitter isn't a real fucking place, and like, these are not conversations to be had here. So all of that. I have way more things to talk about. I'm going to get to Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. It's AMA, getting your questions, comments, concerns, because I just spent 20 minutes on this. That is where I'm at on this Sunday. I also have seen Michelle while I was talking about the things that were important to me. I do want to give a shout out to Michelle, who gave birth to her beautiful baby. So congratulations, Michelle, our newest, youngest rock star yet. We're so happy to have you in the fold. And I'm glad that everything went well. I swear I was not ignoring you. I just was talking about something from the heart for a second and knew I would be getting to eventually. But I'm appreciative of all the rock stars who jumped in to congratulate Michelle on this huge, huge moment in her life. And hell yeah, congrats, Mama. We're just so happy for you. So happy for you. King Sport Gal says 20 minutes. Yep. I know. But that's, it's loud to Roxy. So sometimes for 20 minutes, I'm going to talk about Jewish things and the frustration of that. Okay. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar on the Sunday, November 14th. Let's see what's going down with you guys. Talking to the first Streamlabber of the day, none other than the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar, says hello and happy World Girl Sunday, Roxy. Sending well wishes and a thank you for hanging out today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy Papo, and your family. Thanks. I went and saw Grammy Papo for dinner last night, which was great. Please be most excellent to yourselves and each other, RJ and rock stars. I hope you each continue breathing in golden sparkles Bring in love and blow out stress. I've got a lot of it in yucky energy. With each inhale and exhale to break apart, remove all types of energetic blockages so you attain balance. Be brave, be you, be awesome because you are. Thanks, Glenn. Leonard Kim says, hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, happy World Girl Sunday. How are you? I'm doing okay. Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Leonard. That wasn't Glenn anymore. That's Leonard. I should always know because he asked how I am. Although Glenn asks how I am sometimes too. How was your weekend? Up to this point, it was good. Thanks. Yesterday, it was shitty at first because I was so sick, but I got a lot of work done. And then last night, I hadn't seen Grammy and Puppo in a few days. So I went over to Grammy and Puppo's and brought them Chinese food, and we had a good time. And I got to also meet, remember, we were bringing in a new person to help out, and she's awesome. And hearing about her life story made me feel more comfortable with her being with my grandparents. And then after that, my friend Candace from Always Lola and Steph and I went and grabbed some French fries and a drink, which was really nice, and just kind of kept it casual. And it was nice to like be social for a second because I had been feeling like such shit. So the weekend was totally fine, and I did get a ton done, which is great. Thank you for asking about that. Also, thanks for continuing to share the issues that face the Jewish community. The hair looks incredible. Thank you. Go Pats. Anything fun planned? Yeah, the Patriots game really helped my morning this morning. Yo, his arm looks fucking awesome. Anything fun planned for your trip back home? On Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, I am going to get dinner with like 15 of my best friends from high school and their husbands and wives and girlfriends. So I'm really excited about that. Oh no, Michelle says, I don't understand though if Rose and I are healthy, why they want to keep us a few more days in the hospital. Oh, okay. I think often they like to keep people for a couple of days just to make sure everything is good. I'm sure you're tired of being there. I can't believe that you're on while you're even there. We're so happy to hear you in here. You got to send pics when you can. We want to see. Tweet them at me so I can see them. That's so great. Sorry, going back into the Streamlabs. You guys know I get a little distracted. So I'm doing that. I'm going to do Thanksgiving with my immediate family. I'm going to see a couple of my closest friends. Otherwise, my old roommate and one of my best friends, I'm going to see her, and we're either going to get soup or burritos. Those are my two favorite things back east. I'm going to get to spend some time with my sister, my brother, my dad, which is really important, and my sister-in-law, which I'm excited about. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of chill. I'm going to work from there for most of the days. I'm not taking off 11 days. I'm going to be working every day. So far, that is what it looks like. Thank you for asking. Going back into the Streamlabs, Glenn Caesar says, being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, and full unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You're remarkable. I like remarkable. A priceless treasure and an inspiration. And Roxy and Rockstars and everyone who's battling, thank you for choosing to. Thanks for showing up and being a support for the people around you whenever, however you can. Doing all of that, even when it's a tough challenge, makes you a winner. When you win, we all win. May you fill your never-ending goblet of happiness and joy and get to drink from it whenever, wherever you can. I hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm fully unique, I'm worthy, my story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Thanks, Glenn. Sir Joker 40, my BFFS in the house, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. You're yelling into the wind with some people. I know, fucking sucks. Some people need a physical enemy. She made you were hers for no reason other than you had an opinion. You should stand up and speak your support and truth. Hashtag your brothers black, hashtag little sissy. Love you, Sir Joker. Appreciate you always, babe. I know, and it sucks because I don't want to be anybody's enemy. And sometimes I end up being people's enemy, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to be anybody's enemy. And I know that probably other people have felt like that before, but like, I love people. I love people. And I just don't, it doesn't sit well with me, but sometimes that's just the way it is. And that's tough. Yeah. All right, going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Della Common says, Twitter is a shit show because people only seem to engage in absolutes and either or prepositions. I know. A lot of bad faith discussions get bantered around like they're debates when it's a lot of nonsense straw man arguments. What's a straw man argument? I don't know what that is. Is it like it's so weak it's made of straw? I've never heard that term. Thanks, Keith. I appreciate you. Hitman Hudson says, sorry about that whole situation, Roxy. I have some good news that might cheer you up, though. Yay. I finished second at the speech tournament I competed at yesterday. So now I'm qualified for nationals. Fuck yeah, Hitman Hudson. That is huge. What a big deal. I love that energy for you. I'm so, so happy about that. And congratulations, and keep us posted. Keep us posted. Also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, John Lestrina, family, says, did you know running ain't freedom? Dominic Toretto. Do you have a spreadsheet, John Lestrina, of all these quotes? Running ain't freedom. That's right. That's right, John Lestrina. Need to access to this Google Doc. Gotta know more. Just have to. Shout out to everybody who's watching this live right now. I know that for those of you guys who can support in the Streamlabs and the Super Chat, so much love to you guys. Thank you guys for allowing me to continue doing the show and talk about the things that matter to me and hopefully to you guys as well. For those of you guys who are not able to do that, thank you for just showing up and for listening and being a part of the conversation and having such a great discourse in here. You guys are 99% of the time incredibly respectful of not just me, but each other. And that is wildly important in this community. So shout out to all of you guys, to Mark Jason Ali, to Silu Bonino, Hitman Hudson, John Get Bent, Joseph Ashley, Kenny Lozis, Ambling Soul, Captain Penis. I like Captain Penis. Della Common, Ryan Payne, John Bainbridge, Andrew, Steve Cauldron, Demo Katade. What's up, Demo? French Taunter, Michelle O'Rourke, our new mama, John Lestrina, King Sport Cow, Jeff Aaron, and everybody else who's showing up to give their support today on this beautiful Sunday. Mike Frazier, Emmanuel Akinola, Mohammed Belsin, Christian Hardesty, to Redford Reddington, John Eugene. Shout out to all of you guys. John Eugene says, Captain what? I think it says Captain Penis, right? Captain Penis. Much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. My dudes. All right. Oh, good. Garth isn't here. I've been missing you, Garth. Hello from Boston. Brigham and Women's Hospital internet sucks. Sorry, hospital internet does suck, but I think my internet's not great either. Sorry, I want updates. I hope you're okay, Garth. Keep us posted. Shout out to Sir Joker, to Helsing7747, to every one of you. John Lestrina says, I can't reveal my secrets. Damn it, I need access to the Google Doc. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to go over, but also Streamlabs, and it's the AMA show. Get in your questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to ask me about your own life, my life. Right now, Leonard Kim says, for sure, Mac's arm isn't as bad as people have said. I know. He's also been avoiding the bad throws, which helps immensely. Just overall efficient, which BB loves, Bill Belichick loves to see. Despite not being big on Christmas, do you have any favorite holiday drinks or food? Thanks for the question, Leonard Kim. Yeah, I don't understand. Mac's arm is fire in this game, and he's like fucking throwing buckets down. So long, and he's new. Anyway, my favorite holiday drinks or food, I love whiskey, which just kind of feels holiday-y. I like cookies, which feels holiday-y. My mom used to make these amazing cookies. I don't know how to make them. I remember the secret ingredient was orange juice in the cookies, and they were so good. I think they were like sugar cookies that she made with this like cookie gun. It was awesome. I got to figure out how to do that one day. So if I have kids, I can teach them. It was very cool. And then other things, what else would be like latkes. I like having latkes and matzo ball soup. I got that this week. So those are some of them for the holidays. that I enjoy. Thanks for asking. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar says, I hope you each get to smile and laugh out loud like a child at least once a day, today and every single day for the rest of your lives, so that you glow in your flow. Be you always and in all ways. There's no one better at being you than you. #anomaly. Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan Mattingly. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor, not for the bullets that missed. Thank you for always including that part, Glenn. I hope that today is the day, justice for all the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. Thank you, Glenn, for those words. We say them again at the end of the show, but as often as we can, we say them out loud. We put them into existence so that the universe can fucking hear us. Anonymous in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, this is what happens when identity politics seep their way into every aspect of society. It becomes the oppression Olympics. Maisel, maybe you mean Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But it says Maisel is a show, not a documentary. Nuance doesn't exist online. Both sides went about it the wrong way. Both sides, as in me and the girl, or the two sides. It's an interesting thought process you have. I always think it's so interesting. It's so wild when people say things like this and they do it as anonymous. It's like, if you believe in what you're saying, why is it that you don't want to say who you are? I guess that not everybody has to. I put myself out there every single day under my own name on the internet, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. I am me, and it's always me. And when people ask anonymous questions, sometimes I understand, sometimes people want to ask anonymous questions about their sex life or things that they don't want to get out there. But for this, if this is how you feel, if this is really how you feel and you felt proud of this feeling, I would think that you would want your name to be attached to it. I don't think that identity politics means that everything is about the oppression Olympics. I don't think that I was trying to Olympic with anybody. And I don't even think that that's necessarily what this girl was trying to do. But sometimes it's sad when you don't feel seen or heard by society. But sometimes you feel like you've got to throw your shit into it so that you can be seen. And that's tough. And identity politics do matter. And if you think that whoever should be able to play whoever, then that's your prerogative to think that, anonymous. It's just not my necessarily feelings. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Glenn Caesar says, bunnies to Avery Burke and Avery's mom. Rest in peace, Chris Burke. #3 super rock stars forever. Oh, I miss Chris. Way to go, Smets, and everyone who's fighting to smash cancer, stand against anti-Semitism, stand against Islamophobia, stand against Asian hate, and I know that Black Lives Matter. Thank you for that, Glenn. Today's the AMA show. Send in questions, comments, concerns. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Appreciate y'all. Send them in loud, send them in proud, and let us know how it is that you're feeling. Silu Bonino says, Streamlabs never lets me put my name. I used to put numbers. Now we cannot use it here. Oh, Silu, was that coming from you? And Silu, I that's so weird because it always lets me put my name. I don't know. Yep, but if I put Silu, it did not take. Okay, so Silu, that's how you feel. That was coming from you, and that's how you feel. Interesting, Silu. I wouldn't have necessarily thought that would have been from you. Silu says Argentina has a ban. Got you. Okay. Well, thanks for being here, Silu. Not anonymous. Silu. All right. Moving forward, another thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is a little bit cryptic, but and send in Streamlabs questions before we do get out of here. I have a large family. Oh, that wasn't from Silu. Oh, I was confused. That was not from Silu. Okay. Sorry, Silu. I thought you were saying that was from you. I have a large family. And for anybody who has a large family, it's not like a massive family. I don't have like 15 uncles and aunts, but I have a large-ish family. And for anybody who has a large family, there are different types of family. And I just wanted to say that if you ever are lucky enough to be somebody that other family members rely on. To be like an open, honest, and trusting person is fucking everything. And to my family members, including my siblings, my dad, and a couple of my, not all, but a couple of my aunts and uncle, especially one in particular, to my grandparents, to the people that I like can wholeheartedly trust with my life. And for those of you guys who know who in your family, you have those people that you're like, no matter what, I know this person is looking out for the best. It's just so fucking beautiful and valuable. When you have great family, and some of my family members are some of the greatest people alive, it is like a such a blanket of protection and like love that there is nothing like that in the world. And so for anybody who doesn't have that, I fucking ache for them. Um, but it's a reminder to all of us when we can be these people to show up for our family in a way that we have always wished that our family would show up for us. And just how beautiful it is when that does happen. So I know for Roxy's Advice Corner, we have been doing that a lot recently, but I just wanted to emphasize today the value of family. And for some of you guys, that means blood. And for some of you guys, it doesn't. And always being open, honest, transparent, and trustworthy, and building a bond with somebody that is a bond like no other is so important. Yeah, this is talking John Mastrino's language with family. And if you have people like that in your life, how fucking blessed you should feel to have people that you feel like no matter what, they've got you. And that's just really, really lucky. So in terms of things that I feel that I'm always checking with myself, like, what am I grateful for, especially during this time of like such a deep, long depression that I've been in. And, you know, it's a circumstantial depression and comes in waves and everything. I always am trying to remind myself, what am I so fucking lucky to have? What am I so grateful for? And there's so many things. You guys being very high on that list, the majority of my health being very high on that list, but the family members that would do anything for me, they like are just at the very top of that list. And so if you guys have that, even one family member who you feel like that person would fucking jump in front of a bullet for me, that person would never fuck me over, that person has always will be there for me. Just, we are very lucky if you have that. If you're like me and you have even one person like that, and I do have many or several, that's a good thing to feel grateful for today. So if you have that, tap yourself on the back, give yourself a little hug. And if you do not, I'm really fucking sorry that is where you're at. And I hope that you find that in the future. Some of you guys are putting it in there. Garth says, my dad's like that for me. Silu says, my 3 sisters. Ken says, you people are my friends. Oh, John says, family is a love language. Yeah. Yep. Helsing says, I have a very large family, but I can't trust anyone. So for me, my family is my wife and kids and my sister, and from time to time, my mom. So you do have people in your family. My brother Richard is like that to me, says Liam. Hi, Liam. That's awesome. My dad, my girlfriend, says Mark Jason Ali. My brother too. It just is such a good feeling. Yeah, it's such a good feeling. I have an aunt and uncle that I feel this way 1000% about. I've got my dad, I've got my sister, I've got my brother, and Grammy and Puppo, and just like when you have that, it does feel like no matter what, that things will be okay. So for those of you guys who do, again, just feel a little blessed today. Emmanuel says, I have 2 older brothers and great parents. So lucky. John says, I'm lucky enough to be able to have my siblings and all are trustworthy and loving. That is so lucky. I'm that way too. I also have a couple cousins who are like that feel like my siblings. And that makes me very, very lucky too. My cousin out here, who I feel like would just do fucking anything for me, and I would do anything for her, which is really, really lucky. That I talk about a lot on the show. So yeah, to the people that are like that, it is. To Andrew Thomas is my grandma. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, just a moment to feel grateful for the things that we do have, for those of you guys who do have that. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what's going on in here. Leonard Kim says, are there any features of a movie theater that are deal breakers? What must a theater have in order to, or else your experience is diminished significantly? I'm so used to reclining seats that I can't go back. Rolling on the floor laughing. Also, assigned seating is a must now. This is going to make you all laugh, but tea is such a make or break experience for me during a movie. You guys know I'm obsessed with my tea. Some movie theaters have it. Some theaters don't. My brother made fun of me because back in Boston, I ordered a green tea and everybody laughed at me there because it's so not a thing there. But I love tea. I like to have tea during my movie theater. Other than that, clean things being cleanly. If it's disgusting in there, that's gross. Or if there's like an odor, blech, that's a no. So those are a couple. Thanks for the question. Different anonymous in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, sorry about that other anonymous person. They have some weird takes. I think it would be cool if everyone just respected everyone else. I'm rewatching Harry Potter 1 for the 20th anniversary. What's your favorite fantasy movie? Different anonymous. I love that. I think it'd be cool if everybody respected everybody else too. And I definitely respect that take. My favorite fantasy movie, I suck at this. I don't know. What are some fantasy movies that I like, guys? I liked the Harry Potter movies, and I liked Lord of the Rings. I just don't remember any of them. What's an example of a fantasy movie? Is Star Wars fantasy? Because then I guess episode 5. I mean, what are other fantasy movies? Help. Neverending Story. No, that I like that, but it's not on the top of my list. Labyrinth. Okay. Willow, Dark Crystal. None of them are on the top of my list. Lord of the Rings. Star Wars is more fantasy than science. So yeah, Star Wars. I love the Star Wars movies. Yeah. All right. I guess that. I know that was such a shit answer to your question. I'm sorry. Oh no. Is my internet being spotty? I hope it's okay. We are getting out of here soon anyway. Katie the Good Witch in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I'm glad I caught at least the end of the stream today. Katie, we love you. We miss you, babe. Hanging here in snowy Minneapolis with you, Kitten. Link today. That's awesome. He's definitely brought more love into my life. Love you all and hope things are going okay. I love when people get pets and then it makes them feel more fulfilled. That's what it should be. And that's such a beautiful thing. And I love that for you. So mazel tov on Link, and much love to Link. We are getting out of here in the next couple of minutes. So send in any last minute questions, comments, concerns for this AMA show, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Princess Bride is fantasy. Oh, Princess Bride by far. Princess Bride is one of my top 3 favorite movies. I always say it's my favorite comedy. I guess it's fantasy though. The answer is Princess Bride. Oh my God. When people ask me what's my favorite fantasy movie, my answer is Princess Bride. Yes, John Bainbridge. Yes. Love it. Love that movie. I love Star Wars too, but Princess Bride, I've seen it 1,000 times. I fucking love that movie. It's like it goes Good Will Hunting, and then right underneath that is Princess Bride. And then under that are like Role Models, Cruel Intentions, like probably Grease. I know that's fucked up because it's not the greatest message, but I love that movie. A lot of musicals. Yeah. All right. Yes, Princess Bride. I have a favorite fantasy movie. All right, we're going to get out of here, everyone. As you wish. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Live the Roxy today. I'll be back every day this week, except for maybe not Friday because I am flying out that day to go to Boston. but I'll do my best to be here as often as I can. Another Streamlabs rolling through before we dip set in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Silu Bonino says, let's see if this works. Maybe let's see if this works. It does, Silu. You should look up a MIA terrorist attack and Argentina's VP to know why I'm so anti-Semitism. Wow, what is this? A MIA terrorist attack. I don't know what that is. It's or AMIA. It's all capital letters, AMIA. And I have to know more, but I will look, Silu. Thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely look into this. And I'm so glad that now you're not anonymous. You're Silu. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, may you breathe in more golden sparkles of love as you inhale and blow out stress and yucky energy. I feel better. Whenever, wherever you need to in each of your days, your weeks, your months, and even your years. And remember, we're all still alive, so be you, a sparkling diamond. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs says, is there a stadium/ballpark you're dying to go to that you haven't visited yet? I'm sure there is, but I can't think of one right now. Oh, yeah, duh. I've never been to Gillette. I've never seen a game at Gillette. I was at Gillette one time, not for a game, for like a lacrosse thing, but I didn't go inside the stadium. So, yeah, that is my answer. Gillette, by far. I can't believe I've never made it there. So weird. And of all the Patriots games that I've been to, which is not that many, but probably like 6, they've all been in other places. Leonard Kim. So that's my answer. I know that's a fucked up one, but that's the truth. Yeah. Yep. All right. Getting out of here. Let's leave. Much love to all you guys. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those flumes. Make your bed. Don't try with the Holocaust. That's a big one today. Brett Miles, Jonathan arrests the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Much love to you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow live at the Roxy. And tonight for World Girl Sunday, as we're giving Movember a whirl. We're just talking about our favorite mustaches and hair in general. It's going to be fucking weird. Come join us. We're going to have fun. Much love, everybody. And I'll see you later.